Alright, should be live. I'm gonna check as always. Yeah, looks good. Hold on, let me just announce it real quick. Forgot to start Discord, so it'll take a moment. Alright. Okay. Wait, hold on, I've got my stuff in the wrong order here. One moment. I have like a bunch of windows crammed onto one screen, because that's how I normally, normally I try to keep one screen for managing the stream, so I have to cram like OBS, the face tracker, YouTube, and also the chat over on one monitor, so I have space on my other monitor, well, two monitors for both what I'm showing and then what I don't want to show. But yeah, as is normal, I am tired, and I will be tired probably for the next hour or so. It's normally how this goes. I watched back on one, like I think last week, took me I think just under an hour to for me to vocally sound awake. I can't remember if I normally wake up at like 15 minutes before or 30 minutes before. I might have woken up earlier than I normally do for these streams. Yeah, so this is where I'm at right now. You can move the pieces, and if the king goes next to a piece that's white, which is neutral, it gets claimed. I do have to write the netcode for this, so there is that. And like I can move this bishop or this queen. And yeah, that's pretty much how that works. The order of application rotates, the number of moves increases. I'm not sure if the turn duration is increasing or not. I might add more time to that later. We'll see. It's hard to tell if this thing's going up or not. But I can also move around the camera, or I thought I could. Oh, right, it's right click, not WASD. Most of my stuff, it's like WASD, Japan, for something like this. I forgot I put it on right click. So, there's that. So yeah. What I'm gonna do today is pretty much just networking, and this is going to be a different kind of networking than what you saw with, well, actually it's gonna look kind of similar. Functionally it's different than what you saw for the MMO game. That game, I was using sockets and I was sending kind of JSON over sockets. And this, I'm actually just going to use a Flask server and send JSON and HTTP requests. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit different. Because there's not too much of a rush, and this doesn't have to be super real time. You just have to make some requests at the beginning and at the end, and yeah. Oh, actually, you know what I just noticed? There is a step I missed. So right now, if you have a bunch of moves, they need to be applied one at a time. So, where is it? I do have to do that first before I can do the networking, because it's kind of important. Where can it be? So I think it's in here. I have an execute move. Yes, here it is. So this is ooh. Right now, claim pieces is just kind of a general thing. I guess I can drop it at the end, because it should maintain the order of movement for claiming pieces, which is the important part. So all of this gets done at the end. So this is where it kind of steps across the different moves here. I'm gonna see if I can break this down a bit. So do I need more than the move here? So here's a move. Wait. Piece. I don't think I use a team down here, which means where self.live move buffer equals an empty list. Wait, did I scroll too far? I might have, yep. So I'm gonna switch that to start execute moves, and then that will generate all this stuff, and then self.live move buffer append, and I just put in the move, I think. So the UI, well, the piece comes from there. Yep. Move. Wait. Goes here. Alright, so with that, I can take this section and then move that over to another function and call that def increment moves, or apply one move. No, the previous word I used is execute. Execute one move self. So move equals self. Wait, if len self dot moves. Wait, no, self dot live move buffer. If there's anything left in the buffer, we take the first thing. So self dot live move buffer dot pop 0. That'll return the value and remove it at the same time. So move all of that, and then else we can do all this stuff. So over here we do return false and return true, and that'll tell us if we're done executing. Trying to think if where's the part where it resets the timer? Or so it goes in a loop and it calls the execute. Wait. Turn progress. I don't want to do that. I can just set the, I guess, duration of everything from here. So all I gotta do is set this accounting for the move duration. So over in my constants, I'm gonna define. I forgot. I always forget I can't be leaning back. Over my constants, I gotta define a execute move duration, and we can say like 0.1 or 0.2, so you can do like 5 moves per second. But I'm gonna take that information and I can use that game state. Wait, no, game. That's the one I want. Plus, and we grab that from const. I don't pull from, wait, from scripts.misc.const import. We grab that, and then we add that on with or rather, now that I'm thinking about this, I shouldn't use this timer because it'll mess with the start time. Actually, no, there's another way I can do that. So I can go over to the game state. Wait, board state? What is that thing? Game state, that's set turn end. Oh, it's right here. Yeah. What I can do is shift the start plus start shift, and then if I go over to here, I can now specify the start shift. And actually that should also be added over here. So I can take that, multiply it by self.board dot, that would be the, that should be team move count, team moves, wait, looking for, there's not move order. I guess it's move order. So the length of move order. So if I take that info and then with the multiplication, that should put me at the right time. So I think that it needs to become start execute moves now. I'm gonna close all these other random things I have open. Start execute moves. Wait. Start execute moves. And then so as long as there's stuff in the live move buffer, if len live move buffer, we have to call this function self.board.execute one move, and then there's a small chance this works. We will see. Nope. Game. Oh yeah, that needs to be self.board right there, or not self.board. Board. Wait. No. Wait. Hold on. Where is that wrong? Self.live move. Oh. Okay. Here. Okay. So let's see if this works. So there's no moves, so it should just go straight full up. But if I move the king, it should give me time for that to apply. It's hard to tell though. So the fact things are not getting cleared properly because what is that here? Something is going wonky in here. So, oh, I know what the problem is. Wait, maybe? No. Oh, it doesn't get the last call out of it. That's the problem. So I can chain it up. So I can remove these return statements because I was just going off of the length of the buffer. But it wasn't reaching that other case because I wasn't calling it after this got emptied. So I'm gonna put this under another if statement. I don't want it to be an else because otherwise it won't run after this one. Oh! Wait, no, yeah, that's good. Let's see if this works now. So I gotta wait to be able to make a bunch of moves here, I guess. So I'm gonna have to, I guess, rechat while I wait for the amount of moves that can be taken to take up. Alright. So, let me just make some space here. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the amount of moves I can take to tick up. And then hopefully I should see them not... Actually, I'll just do like a couple for now. So if I just move 2 here, I should see them move separately. They didn't move separately. I'm gonna wait for 3 and see if like what's going on here. Shouldn't be long for 3, I don't think. I thought 3 came quicker. Hello. Where is 3? Okay, I'm gonna leave that for now. I don't know. I don't know what it's taking so long. So just reading chat. What release are you talking about this? Yeah, probably. Oh, you know what I just noticed? This won't increase the amount of... It never calls the end turn thing if there's no moves, because it's under the execute 1 move, which doesn't happen if you don't have any moves. So finish 1 which finish execute moves self. So with that, because it's separate, if not len that, I can do finish execute moves here. And then, theoretically it should tick up now without me actually making any moves. Oh no. I forgot the part where So there's the problem where I need to have a flag or something for doing this, I guess, because it was just calling non-stop while there were no moves playing. So let's see here. I'm trying to think of how I could do this. I could hook a bool onto that, and then I'll track that. Self-executing moves equals false. And then I can go over to here, and then wait, is it actually just calling start every frame? Oh no, it calls it at the end. So this can become true over here, and then if not that, and you're executing moves, then you can do that. And then you turn that to false. And I think that should fix my issue there. That's Atom caching something. I don't know why it does that. It caches some weird text and it causes crashes sometimes. But you can see the turns are proceeding normally now. We'll have to wait and see if the pieces move separately, which I doubt, but yeah, that was definitely at the same time. Alright, okay, back to reading chat. How am I today? Very sleepy, as always. Although, I mean, I got more sleep than I normally do before these streams. It's just I was more tired than I normally am as well. So, it evened out, and I'm now at the average amount of sleepiness for a stream, I think. Looking at the clock, it's probably been about another half hour before I start to wake up. Okay, might be back again. My internet just went out twice. It's been very finicky lately. Alright. I see my bit rate dropping. I don't know, some stuff is being funky over there. So over here I can assign moves. Wait. Start execute moves, and then what you're going to do here, start time, or actually no, I can just take the time because this should effectively all be the same. So I'll get okay, it looks like it's working, so I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, YouTube's complaining to me a lot, telling me it's not working. So I guess I'll keep going because there's not much I can do about it. I mean, I guess I could stop the stream and restart it, but I don't think that would fix much because it's an internet issue. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna just do like a speed test here. Internet speed test. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, that might be the problem. I'm getting 10 megabits per second down. I'm gonna have to wait and see what I get up. So that's not great. Yeah, my upload speed is 6-7 megabits per second. Well, I'm streaming at like 200 kilobits, or, well, I say not 2,000 kilobits right now, so it's not even using all of that, which is funky. I don't know. Anyways, so this needs to be an enumerate, so I get an index, and then so yep, should all be good. I just need to dump this const up here so that I actually get it. And then down over in the execute one move, we have y move buffer.append, so our move is going to be move timestamp, or rather, the way this is going to work. Timestamp equals time.time plus 1, while timestamp is actually less than is what I'm looking for, so -1. Time.time, we do this. Wait. Actually, no, realistically it should be boop and boop. So I take that, and then I take the 1, and then, wait, no, hold up. That's backwards. It needs to be setting timestamp to that. And then out, down here we can do someone's spamming. So yeah, I can take the timestamp and, well, I can redefine it down here, and then it'll break out of this loop once the next one is greater than or equal to the current time. So that should maybe work. We'll see. So it's while that, and then also and len self.live move buffer. Or actually, that should not be there. Hold on, let me remove that. So I don't want that. I want it over. So after the pop, if it's not anything left in there, you break out. All right, I think that's correct. Maybe we'll see. Crashes immediately because I didn't import time. Let's go. So we can just go up here, import time, ABC. Right. Alright, okay, so from here I can do like this, for example. And, oh no, they applied at the same time again. Yeah, that's the exact same time. Oh wait, you know why? Wait, no, I'm still using start execute moves. Start, execute one move, finish. Huh. So it should be calling this, and then I guess I just start dropping print statements in that loop. So if the timestamp is less than the current time, well, let's print move timestamp. And then I guess time to time. Let's see what's going on here. Man, Adam does some weird stuff if you run your code too fast after saving it. Okay. Wait, did I see it work properly? Okay, let's see the numbers here. These two numbers are not different. They should be like, the time, I don't know. What happened here? Huh? So you get the move, timestamp, and the current time. So these numbers should be different. These two. but for some reason they're not. This I times execute move duration should be doing it. Oh, you know why? Because it's by the team. So I gotta do this differently. I can't do it in enumerate right there. Because it resets the I for every team. So I plus equals 1. And then that should maybe fix it. Alright. Okay. Making progress, maybe. So we can now do 2 moves. Let's see if they execute properly. Should be 1 at a time. There we go, finally. So I'm gonna wait for a bit so I can do like drop a ton of moves and we can watch it and go through them all. I'm gonna read chat in the meantime. You obtained all discords. I'm not sure what you're saying there. How far am I? Like, how far am I into this project? I mean, I streamed it once. If that tells you anything. So I haven't spent too much time on this project. I wanted to work on it more during this week, but I had a lot of stuff pop up. I've just been extremely busy. Am I making normal chess or a different kind? It's Battle Royale chess. And yes, it is going to be multiplayer. Just read the description. Alright, so I can move like a bunch of pieces now. And you should go like 1 at a time, like that. And I could just make it so the moves take longer to execute, and I think I should. Where is the part where I was printing stuff out? I don't want that anymore. Oh, here it is. Don't need that. But yeah, if this works the way I want it to, I can just add networking next, because that's the next step. I just noticed, like, when I was starting this morning, that I was missing the part where the pieces kind of move in increments as opposed to all at once. So I'm gonna wait until I can make like 3 moves or something. How do I start my projects? Like, how do I manage this large project? I mean, right now I'm using just kind of like different parts of the game are objects, and then I have a node tree where I can just access anything from anywhere, which I've shown in previous streams. But I mean, there's a million different ways you can structure your code. The important part is that it scales well for whatever the scale of your project is. So let's move some pieces. So we get like 1, 2, 3. Good. The other thing is they shouldn't be invisible if we're running through, like if we're executing moves. Where is that? Or not, they're not invisible. They shouldn't be like transparent, because they're a little bit transparent. So that would be in render, I believe. Or in the prep? Nope, render. So somewhere in here, oh, it's in here. Pieces. So right here. So moving. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of trickery in here. So do that. Or wait, that and not that. And then hopefully that should make them opaque during the moving part. So I'm gonna wait a moment here for the amount of turns to increase. Here we go. So now I can see. So, yep, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Gonna wait just a little bit longer so I can do 3. I think it's like almost there. Yeah, there it is. Cool. It goes one at a time like that, which is what I want. Oh, and then does it? And then the timer doesn't drop until after, which is what I want. So that fixes that issue. So now I can actually get to work on the networking here. This is going to be interesting. So the first part, and probably most of what we're going to be doing this stream is, well, I don't know. I would like to get to, I would like to get to, I mean, it might be, there's a small chance I could get it all done in the stream. But I would at least like to do these. This is kind of like matchmaking and just set up. So the time sync is, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, there's not a huge reason. Oh wait, no, there is a reason to sync time. Never mind. It's for setting the end of turns. There's a lot of the stuff in here is going to be overwritten with the new netcode. Like specifically, this part's going to be changed. This is going to be generated the server side and then run locally. So I think the way this is going to work. Can I assume that the timestamps are the same? I'm gonna look this up. Should all computers connected have the same epoch? Or I guess here's something. Do 2 computers connected on the same Wi-Fi have the same? Wait, no, that's not. Why is it bringing up IP address? Okay. So there's a system, I forgot there's an abbreviation for it. I forgot what it was, but there's this system that's used to like synchronize times. You'll have like time servers and stuff. And I think at least, well, you can set it up like as a network administrator, where all the computers on your network go to this one server to like synchronize their time. I'm wondering if like kind of by default on the internet, all computers should be pulling the same time or not. Because if they are, then I can tell the user that if their time doesn't match, that they need to fix whatever's wrong with that. But in most cases it should match, and I shouldn't even try to sync it because it'll be less accurate. But I don't know. I can just send in a request and see the response time. So for this networking, I've mentioned before that I'm going to use Flask for this one because it doesn't have to be as real time. So what I'll do is I'll create a server.py, and then I'm just going to grab Flask hello world because I always forget how it works in Flask. Because there's like a setup thing where you have to define your app, and then you have to do a bunch of other stuff. Where's here we go. Just copy this off the internet, so we can just put ABC right there, and then what is let's put this on like 5,000 for now, I guess, and then 127.0.0. Is it 1? I already forgot what localhost is. How'd that happen? Whatever, I can just do localhost, I think. Anyways, so I should be able to just pull up a command prompt and just go active cd chess royale. Oh, there we go. Pi server.py. Cool. And then from here, I'm gonna grab this. We have our Flask server running. Hey, look at that. We do web development today. Why, man? These bots, though. There, wait. Did that? Didn't. Oh, it's 3 separate bots. Are you kidding me? This is a different one. Normally they have like that checkmark avatar. This one just doesn't have any. Am I on Twitch? No. What's... Okay, I think I should be back. I don't... Man, just my internet's awful today. I can't do anything. It just keeps restarting. Well, turning on and off. But I am back again. So I have this website here. What I can do with that is I can import time and then go let's say, for example, time get time, and then we just do return time.time, but you would want to do time like that, and then JSONify, I believe, and then I can go over here. I think that might be how that works. I'm gonna move this over so that I can control it on my other window here a bit better. So let's see if my time endpoint works, and it does. So I can keep refreshing this, and it'll keep giving you the time, which is good. Alright, so with this, I can start syncing my time, but I think I'm gonna want to implement some of the actual other stuff here on the server side first before I go and add the time to the client, because I can't do anything with the time on its own. It's used for other things later on. So the next step, why did I close that? Because I'm gonna need that later. Hold on, bring it back. Here we go, it's back. Alright. So so you gotta send a join request and then just make requests. Actually, it could be the same request, so you can send like it's an in queue request every time you send it, or yeah, you just keep sending it and it'll drop you in a game. So for that, I guess for this I can just have the client tell the server its ID for now. So the way that this will work, I can go over here. Let's do an in queue thing or something. So we do player queue equals that, and then what we'll do is we'll put timestamps on the last time someone requested to join. So we do app.root game queue, or looking for a game, something like that, and then we can do methods just one post, because it needs to be able to take data, and then from this def looking for game, and then we need to grab, what is it, request.json or something. I think it's something like that. Print request.json. return disunify, and just make it empty for now, and let's see what I get. Might crash, might not, we'll see. Looking for a game, let's see if method not allowed, right, I forgot, I gotta pull up this, do this, import requests dot post to http localhost 5000 slash looking for game, and then we can do like JSON equals that abc1, and that took a very long time. That's concerning. It should be like instant pretty much. The time synchronization is not going to work well if it takes that long to get a response. Normally it's a bit faster than that. That was like half a second. It's rough. I think it may be faster if I'm running it on my actual server, which makes time synchronization a bit of a problem. So I think reasonably, trying to think if there's a way to get ping. Wait. Let's see if I can do it. Python ping a server. Because if you think about it, the ping like the timestamp given is like generated at the end of the response, and the main delay, I think, in responding with a Flask server comes from like it getting to the server more so than it getting back. It's like, for example, I can actually see it when I do this. There's that's like over a second. That is really bad. Let me see if the get is as slow. Localhost 5000 time no, it's just that. It's like 2 seconds. What's going on there? That is not good, but I can make it work. Let's see. Cool. So it looks like to ping. Oh yes, there's a module for this. Thank goodness. So we can do what am I running this in? I'm using Py or Python. I don't even know. I think I'm using Py. So py-m pip install piping. Does it say? Let's see. So now I can do import Pygame, not Pygame, piping, and it doesn't even work. Come on. Piping. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and find stuff for this. So the reason behind using ping here is that because there's a lot of overhead added by Flask. So specifically for synchronizing times, the delay from when the timestamp was generated to when the client receives it should be equivalent to about the ping, because there's not as much overhead as sending out the response, I think, as there is for the response getting processed to begin with. So it should be that if I can ping the server normally, which is not an HTTP request, I don't think so. If I ping it normally, I should get the number I need for that, and what it'll be is I divide that by 2 because ping is round trip. Alright, so I'm gonna look up this error because that's strange. I shouldn't get that error here. Ping, and then this is because of okay, so what? So this module was made so long ago that it was made using Python 2, which is strange. Here, I'll just bring over what I'm looking at here. So we have, I'm trying to see if it says in here. Well, this was made in 2012, so yeah, this is Python 2. And then over here, like the imports work differently, so it can't be used. Even though for some reason it's available to install on the newer versions of Python, it doesn't even work. Oh, there's forks of it. Maybe someone forked it into something that works. Piping 3. That looks... How can I get this one? Is there a wheel? Bin? What's in there? Oh. Huh. Trying to see. So piping, core. And we can just grab this code. So I can probably grab. Oh no, it's a little bit. Ping. Oh, I think I can just grab this, right? Just have. Has it in a init.py. Let's just do. Oh yeah. So. Might be able to just do a little bit of this. Let's see if this works. Wait, hold on, is this? I'm assuming this is open source. It's a fork of an open source project, it should be. Wait, what? The code is in turn derived from code written by Mike Muss of the U.S. Army Ballistic Research Laboratory in December 1983 and placed into the public domain. Okay, so it's GNU or GNU general public license, so we're good. Alright, so I could throw it in here, I guess, under misc. Let's call it ping.py. This might work, this might not. So where's that other window I had? This one. I can go cd active cd chess. Alright. Pi. Wait. Pi. I guess I can do it from here. From data dot. Wait, no, from scripts dot misc dot ping import. What am I pinging? Well, importing here. Ping, I think. Okay, this is not even valid syntax, really. I think Wait, no, it's not here. Where is it? It's a good thing I didn't actually try and install it because it wouldn't have worked. So, let me see if I can find. I believe the correct syntax nowadays is this. Maybe. That might be right. I don't know. We'll see. Oh my goodness. Inconsistent uses of tabs and spaces. Is there's gotta be an Atom package for this. Atom convert tabs to spaces. Oh, there's actually already a thing into it. Okay, so Control Alt, and then so I want converts tabs to spaces. So Control Alt, and then wait a second. I didn't. Yeah, I don't think that did what I thought it would do. Oh, space. It's part of a package. Okay, so I gotta go. Settings, packages, space tab. Oh, that's installed. I gotta space tab. Here we go. But the I think the default binding for control, like for the what this thing uses, is already used for something else. So there's potential that this package is outdated and that I have to go modify the controls or something. This is being more of a pain than intended. It's taking a surprising amount of time to download this. Well, let me try and... Where did I not have? Oh, here it is. Can we put that over here? There we go. I'll read chat in the meantime. Yeah, I think I removed that bot you're looking at. Something in Cyrillic that I can't read. Why is it my internet that's making this take so long to install, or is it something else? I'm gonna pull up this repo. It can't be that complicated, can it? Where is... Doesn't look like it should be too big. Oh yeah, it finished, cool. So now I can go over here and presumably I can do that. Okay, the bindings are still wrong. But maybe it's like just overloaded, so it'll use multiple. No. So what I can do, how do I bring up the command palette? Is it edit? View, packages, command palette. So it's space tab convert to spaces. Cool. I think that should fix that issue, right? Okay, we got another thing. 302. Man, this thing's like being a pain. Wait. Whatever, I'll just, huh. that'll, if I don't care for that error. So man, the exception handling whatever this code is not correct, which is annoying. So just comment that out. I can just delete all this actually. Time.clock, I have not heard of that. Is that, how's this being used? Is this being just called as a function? Yeah, okay. So I guess that's not a thing on this installation of Python. Man. Oh, got it. So this is the thing I'm looking for. So ping, we'll go localhost, and it needs to be a string. Localhost, and then ord. Man. String of length 1, but int found. I might have to find another library for that, because what did ord used to do? Because I've only known it to work with strings. Okay. What is ord doing there? That's so weird. Okay, well, I'm gonna delete that because that one doesn't wanna work. There's too much random Python 2 stuff in there for me to bother fixing it all. Which is funny because this branch claims to be for Python 3, but oh, I missed something important here. I think it's up to date with the source, which means that he forked it and then didn't do anything. Yeah, he didn't fix it. Okay, I should have paid more attention there. There's gotta be a better way to do this. Okay, there's ping 3. py-m pip install ping 3. There we go. From ping 3 import ping localhost. Cool. Let's try just for sanity check. This is Google's DNS, by the way, if I remember correctly. Alright, so that makes sense. So I can take that number and just ping the host here instead of using time. Wait, no. I get the time, and then I use the ping from the host to get how. Yeah, I use the ping from the host to get how long it's been since the timestamp was generated. Anyways, back to this thing here. I can do my py import requests.post, and then we'll do localhost hist. What? No. Oh wait, I think I need the HTTP. JSON equals abc1 dot JSON. Hello? Oh, did I shut down a server? Is that not correct? Oh. Yeah, didn't put the port in. that is in fact not correct. So localhost 5000 looking for a game. Cool. Got the response. The server got the JSON. So from here, we can do user ID equals user ID. And then we can take the player queue and be like player queue user ID equals time.time, and then I guess I need to figure out if a match can be made. So how should I do this? Players player matches. So this is the match associated with each player, or something like that. Actually, realistically, what I should be doing is I should have like a users thing where I can store all the information I need for like networking purposes. So I'll just create a new thing over here. Let's call this server, and then we can put in a users thing right here. Go class users def init self.user map equals that def well, we need a class user as well. And then we grab a user ID, self.id equals user ID, last in queue equals 0, and then self.game or current game ID equals -1. I can do -1 here too. And from here we can do add user self user ID self.user map user ID equals user. Yep, tab 9 is very convenient there. Let's see, what do I want to change here? I think I can leave actually all of that and just go def user self user ID. So this will be a get function, return self dot. There we go. And then we should grab a def in queue self I think I just do that. I need a constant from scripts.misc.const import. We're gonna use a constant for queue timeout, and then we can go over to const and we can define this, and we can say your queue times out after 2 seconds. So could do if for user in self.user map.values in users equals that, I guess. If user dot last in queue is less than time.time minus, and we grab queue timeout. Actually, no, we want it to be greater than. Then we can add it to the list of users that are in queue. So what we can do with that is look at the length to see if we can generate a match. So def assign game. Yeah. Self user. So it'll take the same list from here essentially, and we can do for user in user self dot or not user dot current game ID equals 1. And then we'll want a game ID, so game ID we'll do 1 for now. Game ID. And then it'll assign the game to all those users. So we get the queue, and then we assign, and then yeah, okay. Over in the server, we can do from scripts dot server dot users import users, and then from here we do users equals users. I believe there's no arguments. Yep. Ooh, the add user part. I can do if not user, add user. Or def ensure user self user ID. That's what I'll do. If not get. Oh, I just accidentally hit the buttons to turn off the music because I accidentally hit Control Escape instead of Shift. And then wait, no. What do I do? It's Control. It's no, Shift Escape to stop it. So this music is restarting out now. Self dot user. But yeah, what it is, if I hit Shift Escape, it stops the music. I was trying to do. No, I think I was trying to hit Shift and then hit Escape, but I hit them too close together and turned off the music. Oops. So user ID. But yeah, I wrote the music player myself, which is wait, I'm gonna just make sure it's synced. But yeah, I wrote the music player myself, and it also generates the thing that's on screen, tells you what's playing. So I set up the thing where it's Shift Escape because normally I wouldn't hit that combo. Self.add user ID. So I can just call this function here. Be like looking for a game. Users.ensure user, that the user ID is a valid user or like a generated user. So we have the user object now, and then we can do in queue. Wait, no, we need to set it in queue. Def refresh queue self user ID. Self dot user map no dot last in queue equals time not time. So we can call users dot refresh queue user ID, and then from here if len, let's say users.enqueue is greater than 1. I'll just do a 2-player game for now. Then it will assign it to the game, which will be or the way I do this is queue equals that. If len queue, that's not how that works. Queue is greater than 1. Then users.assign game queue. So it'll generate the game, and then, or the game IDs rather. So if you get this, and the other thing is user equals users.user, I think. How did I do it? Yeah, users.user, user ID. Oh, you know what I can do? I can put forward it in the ensure users. So return self.user user ID. There we go. So with that, I can go user equals that, and then if user dot current game ID current game ID, yeah, current game ID does not equal -1, return personify status joined, and then otherwise we say status looking, I guess. So that I can spam it, I guess, with multiple user IDs, and then it'll here. Wait, I can do a quick test here. If it does, no. So set up the server. I grab this one. P equals requests dot post. I don't want to type that. So we can do P HTTP localhost 5000 looking for game. JSON equals user ID. We got one .json. So, if not, so I got some errors here. Line 17 and 22. Or, so well, 22 is where it, wait, what? So if I call add user, it should fill that out. Where's the problem? Oh, if user ID in self.user map else none. That's what I needed. All right, time to go back to dealing with this atrocious delay. Oh. Alright, got another decode error. Because it got a 500 error, the server couldn't handle the request because it doesn't have time. Alright, and then go over here. Another error. Player queue is not defined. Where did I use that? Listen, over in here. Player queue. Oh, that's just code from earlier. I don't need that anymore. Alright. Here it is, this one. Okay, so it's looking. So, theoretically, if I hit it with 2 requests at once, which I might actually have to open up another command prompt for because it's taking so long. Import requests, P equals requests dot post, and then I can grab this, and theoretically, hello, nope, Windows, please. There we go. So put in a different user ID, and then theoretically, Yeah. Okay. So we've got an interesting thing going on here. We need to check here. And then, well, actually, if it's right, if we get to here, we know we joined. But like, now I can go over here and it should say joined. Yep. So once you get to that status joined, you can start making the normal requests as if you're in a match. That's the idea, at least. We just make the request to join until it starts. And then should you name yourself before or after? Probably before. And then you name yourself, it looks for a game. And then okay, I can do that. I think I have like a UI thing, yeah. So I also have a state thing. So we got game state. Wait, huh? That's the wrong kind of state. I need a general state, which I think is over here. Application state login. So that needs to go from login to connect rather than login to game. So how does that change? Right here. So this goes login to connect. And then so this is game. So right here we need an elif. Please. Elif self.application state is connect. So if we're in connect, what's the condition here? Self.connected equals false. So if self.connected, then we call this and then go to self.application state equals game. So I want to flip that when we connect. So for that, let's just make a networking thing. Networking. New networking. From scripts.misc. We'll grab, what is it? Ref tree. Import. We need ref node. Class networking. And then it's a ref node. Def init self. I guess we need a host. So host equals, and then for the time being, I'll just put in HTTP localhost, and we'll do 5,000. And then we can do self.host equals host. Actually, what it should be is port equals 5,000, like that. Self.port equals port. Self.host URL, or yeah, host URL equals self.host. Wait, at property def host URL, not user. How did I type that? I don't know. Return self.host plus str self.port, and then we need our colon in between, and then can do. So I'm not going to do the time stuff now. I think I'm going to do the queue. So def, it needs to run in its own thread. So we just have, I guess, a run function. And then while true, so it needs to run its own thread, but it needs to be able to exit. So I need a way to kill this thread easily. I think the easiest way is when I quit, which is an input, we go self.networking.quit equals true. And we do self.quit equals false. And then we do while not self.quit. And then we can do we need the request library, so from requests import get post, and then we can do post. We do self.host URL plus, and then we should add a slash on here probably. And then we can do. Actually, you know what it. You know what? I'm just gonna do import requests, and what I'll do is def get self, and we'll want endpoint, and then we'll return self dot requests dot get host to self dot host URL plus, and then we can do endpoint. I'm gonna take that slash off actually, and then we can add over here plus endpoint, and then I think that's it for get. And we just do .json, and then we can do def post self endpoint, and then we do data, because JSON is gonna be a keyword later, or not keyword. We'll import the JSON library for a lot of stuff, I think. So data equals that. So you can do return requests.post self.host URL endpoint, same thing. And then we can do JSON equals data, and so over here now, while not quit, if self.nd state, oh, I just noticed I forgot something, super.init. This is important. It enables the, sets up the rest of the stuff. Oh, that needs to be import, not from. So for state, we can do if the state is, where is it? Application state is connect. We do. I'm also gonna grab time just so I don't blast it with request in the event that we're able to make requests quickly. So we could do time to sleep 0.05, so 1/20th of a second. So we can do post to looking for game, and then we can do our user ID equals I guess I can use the username for a user ID for now. So self.nd state that username. So response equals that. If response status is what was it that I put there? Where did I put server? So for server, I say status joined. Then we do self.nd state .connected equals true. All right. And then it should automatically switch to it for us. And the last part here is in the UI. I think so. The UI gets rendered if we're not in game, right? Okay. let's do an else right here. You render the UI. And then I can handle the different types over here. So this is the if self.nd state dot, and then that is login. That does all this. Oh, that's, wait. Hold up here. This is not the right UI, I don't think. So I'm gonna go back to game. Okay. So that's correct. Actually, I need to go to the login right here, and we can do this. If it's a login, we do all that. LF, we can grab that and say that we're on. Instead of login, we say, what would it be? Connecting? What would we just? I forgot what I called it. Connect. So if we're on connect, all I gotta do for now, I guess, is draw a thing that says connecting, and then we can put it like 5.5 or something, or 7.7. Wait, no, 5.5. And yep. So let's see what happens. Invalid syntax. Let's go. 72 on game.py. That's right here. How is that? Oh, that's not. ABC. So it'll say connecting. So here's where I pull up another instance. So Pygame.py. So I'll have two things. Alright, it's not making request to the server because I didn't start the networking thread. So that's something I gotta do. So on start here, we gotta do self.networking equals that, and then self.networking. From scripts dot networking import networking, and then we need to start a thread on that. So we do def start self, and we can grab import threading. We do threading.thread target equals self.run. We do just thread equals that thread start, and then we can go over to our game, and then we just do right here. Actually, I'll do that at the bottom after everything else is initialized. Self.networking.start, and then so over in the networking here, that needs to be having an S, I guess. So Joe is my name. Post is undefined. So that'll be self.post. ABC. Alright. I'm seeing requests on the server. Response is not. Okay. Yep, that needs to be a .json. So Joe. Oh, that's so slow. Why is it so slow? It'll probably be faster later, but for developing this is fine. So we'll run the other one right here. We can do and Joe 2, and then theoretically they should connect. There we go. So that's cool. We now have it so that they can sit in queue, and they know when they've had a game assigned. So, let's see. We've done send join game request. Done. Or actually, I'm gonna put this over here. Request every 1 second until match starts. We can do that here. Right now it's going faster than 1 second, but I think that's fine for now. And then, wait, you said, does it stop when it? Yeah, it does. So it'll only make the request if it's trying to connect. So this, I do need to grab that. So we need to synchronize the time. So I can do that here. Def sync time self. Could do I guess we could do an offset. There's a couple ways we can do this. I think an offset's the ideal here. So we can do self.server offset or host time offset equals 0 by default, but we're going to update it here. So to do that, we have to do a post request, self.post to, oh no, it's get actually, get, we get time, and then we go time, and I think that should be it. So we do server time equals that. So now we need to measure the ping to estimate how long it's been. This is where we use that other library I found. So we can do imp right here. According to pep8, you need to space it like this. From ping3 import ping. And then we can do ping equals, and then we can do it like 3 times. So ping, or I'll call it pings just so we don't overload it there. Ping to self.host. So what I'm gonna do here, self.host raw equals host, and then the actual host will be that. So with that, we can use host raw to ping. So we ping to host raw. For I in range 3, you take the sum of that, and then you divide it by 3, and that'll give you an est ping. And then so we get our self.host time offset equals time.time minus, and then we can do est ping, or wait, so we get, no, first we do server time equals server time plus estimated ping divided by 2, and then we get our self.host time offset equals time.time minus server time. So that'll be, if the client is ahead, we get a positive number. Now, I would like to be able to add the offset to get the server time. To do that, I think, so I need to do server time minus time.time. So do that. So if you take the current time and you add this offset to it, that should give you the server time. So like, if server time is 2, the time is 1, we get 1. You add 1 to 2. You add 1 to 1, you get 2. So that'll do that. And then right here on run, we just do a self.sync time. And I'm curious what this will be, so I'll do a self.host time offset. I'll read chat once I test this here. So I can just run this and put in a name. Okay. So this is the offset. It's pretty much 0. Like if, for example, can I like test it with a, nah. So it's negative, which is not correct. The correct answer is 0, but that's pretty close to 0. That is, so a millisecond, right? So this is 100 milliseconds, 10 milliseconds. So we're like 5.5 milliseconds off, which is acceptable. Actually, I'm wondering where that comes from. Huh. There's probably some overhead in Flask where it does that, so I can just do it a couple times. So A, and just see if it keeps giving me the same numbers. So I this time I see 6, and then 5. So I think what I'll do is that this number will become kind of like a Flask response offset. I can take that and then I guess go into const and say Flask response overhead equals that. I think that's where it's coming from. So if you add time, wait, let me see the math here. If we take the server time minus the time, the current time, yeah, so this needs to have, we grab from here the Flask response overhead, and we'll just trim this down a bit. I'll say 5.7 is what we're getting, and then we can go over to here, and then we can go from scripts.misc.const import, and we grab that, and so we should get close to 0 now, like a lot closer to 0. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So that's less than a millisecond off. Yep. So that's pretty good for time syncing. But yeah, that can be used to keep the game like timing correct. And then that marks this is done. I'm gonna remove that extra code we had in the networking. Alright. So all of these basics are done. So actually, since this is one section, I can just remove it, I guess. So we know if we're in a game already. So now I just have to implement these 5 things, but I don't think I'm gonna do that in the stream fix. I've already been doing going for like 2 hours. So I'm gonna read chat. Then I'll probably end the stream. Windows is cringe. Well, most people play games on Windows, so if you're a game developer, you should be developing on Windows in most cases because that's the platform you're releasing on, or the main one you're releasing on. You're learning Django, and it's so confusing. But the more you try, the better it get. You get. Yeah, Django is very, like, there's a lot of functionality, a lot of things you can do with it. I haven't really bothered going too much into Django. If I wanted to do web development with Python, I would learn it. That's like the main thing people use for that. But yeah, I'm good. The Atom theme, it's like SETI dark or something. So Atom is still usable. I think it's just kind of no longer being updated. Which is fine for now, because it still works. Wait, it's December 15th? Let me see that. Atom deprecation. Nope. Here, let's read this. We are archiving Atom and all projects under Atom, the Atom organization for an official sunset on December 15th. Okay. Hey, it's been out for 11 years. Oh, because they want to support Microsoft Visual Studio Code. Wow. What is Code Spaces? I don't know what that is. On June 8th, we announced blah blah blah. Why are we doing this? No significant feature development. As new cloud-based tools have emerged and evolved over the years, Atom community involvement has declined significantly. So it's just become less popular, I guess. As a result, we decided to sunset Atom so we can focus on enhancing developer experience. What is GitHub Codespaces? What? Oh, so I bet the user base on this, I bet, is smaller than Atom. They're just trying to make money. Cloud 60 hours a month. I don't like that. Why? It looks kind of like Atom. So, I mean, I can't even do this because, or I don't, I'm not sure how it will work. Depends. So is it just kind of like you're writing the code on the cloud and it's saved there, but then if you want to run your stuff, it has to download it, and I'm not sure what we'll be doing there. Because it can't be entirely online, because then you can't, like the execution of your code can't be online. Otherwise, you're I wouldn't be able to run stuff like Pygame. So that, I don't know. Interesting. Code from any device. What? Huh. Interesting. Alright. What is happening next? We recognize that Atom is still used by the community and want to acknowledge that migrating to an alternative solution takes time and energy. We will archive and alter repositories. Pre-built Atom binaries can continue to download from the Atom repository releases. Atom package management will... Okay, that's gonna be maybe a problem. It depends. So I guess I won't be able to get any more packages, but maybe I'll be fine with the ones that I have. I don't know if that's something I end up using or not. Interesting. So I'm gonna have to switch soon. It'll probably be to VS Code because I don't want to. I need like something more general than using like PyCharm because even though I'm mostly writing Python, sometimes I do other stuff, so I don't want to just use PyCharm. And I'd like to have just one editor. Maybe there are other things out there. I'll have to look. Anyways, well, one of the biggest requirements for me right now is that I can use tab 9. So, there's not a ton of options. Most of the popular options should work, I think, but yeah. Yes, this project is Pygame. All right. Says 505 error. What? You talking about Atom? Once the date comes, it'll still be usable, though, right? So I mean, it will be, from what I was reading, partially usable, which is interesting. Maybe your packages will break and stuff. Things will just kind of start breaking, which is a bit annoying. Just catching it. Yeah, I'll probably keep using Atom as long as I can. But packages are probably going to start breaking eventually. Or it might break immediately, like some of the packages I use. So we'll see. I don't want to use Sublime because doesn't that cost money? Let's see. I was looking at Sublime when I was new, but what does Windows? What does Sublime have? Wait, what is their cost? Yeah, it's $100. What do they have that makes that worth it? Is my question. Split panels, VS Code has that. I'm pretty sure VS Code has that. Probably that too. Just make split views. Python 3. Wait. I'm not sure. Is there a way in which Sublime is better than VS Code? I don't think it's. I don't know. Maybe I'll look that up later. But I haven't heard of a reason to use Sublime over VS Code. Yeah. You think CodeSpaces is an online cloud-based IDE? Well, yeah. So the problem I was saying is that if you're running your code online, that you're gonna, well, so for a lot of web development stuff, it would make sense. I would imagine, but for like game development, I'm not sure how that would work. Does it? The only way it could work is if it downloads your code and then runs that, which is weird. So I don't know. And I think I'm switching to VS Code. So I use VS Code for work right now. I might look and see if there are other options. We'll see. Atom is my preference right now, though. So just Windows Notepad, no. Maybe Fleet. I think I saw someone mention that a while ago. Fleet text editor. Or, huh. No, Fleet is not the thing I was thinking of. There's some obscure ID someone else was mentioning, or text editor. What about using Visual Studio? Wait, Visual Studio is the bigger version that's really slow. You need Visual Studio Code. Pygame or monogame? What? I was saying Pygame earlier. I mean, my stuff's in Pygame. Your experience with Sublime years ago was that you can use it for free indefinitely. It will just poke you to buy a license on a regular basis. You don't know what limitations that comes with. So it's like WinRAR. Well, I don't know if WinRAR even bothers you. But there's a lot of supposed paid software where it'll just be like you're supposed to pay for it, but most people don't, and it doesn't really bother you too much if you don't. Yeah. Anyways, I'm caught up with chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here because I've already been going for over 2 hours, and actually no, it was exactly, I think it was to the second exactly 2 hours when I said over 2 hours, so not quite over 2 hours. Now it is, but this is a good stopping point because I finished all of the outside of the actual updating the pieces and actual gameplay part. This isn't going to be a ton of work. I wrote the code for the game to be to work a lot with JSON in a way that I already have the data essentially prepared to send to the server. I just have to do some of the networking logic. So there's not a whole lot left to do. I do have to kind of create server-side instances of the game, but I wrote this board state thing to work in the server, or it should mostly work in the server with a couple changes. So hopefully it shouldn't be too bad to go through. So I'm kind of in a crunch with other stuff going on right now. There was one of my projects that I haven't really shown on my YouTube channel or anything that actually is a bit of an income source for me. Had some incidents this week that well, it's both good and bad. I could potentially end up making more money off of it after because of some stuff that happened, but I also need to put in a fair amount of work. So that's taking up some of my time, and then I loaded up with classwork and actual going to job work, and Thanksgiving coming up. So my week's gonna be pretty hectic. If I have a chance, I'll work on this, but I wouldn't be surprised if I get to next Saturday and I haven't had time to work on this. But I think next stream I should be able to finish this. Maybe. We'll see. And then maybe I'll do a playtest. I was hoping last stream that I would get, like by the end of last stream, I was hoping that I would have enough time this week to be able to finish this section today, but that didn't happen. But yeah, so hopefully by the end of the stream next week, I would be able to do a playtest, or at least be almost there. So we'll see. Yeah, this game is going to be more of a game because so the MMO I've been working on is there's still not a whole lot to do. In this type of game, it's not complicated to make, but the rules of the game allow you to do a lot, and should hopefully be actually an entertaining game by the time the very first version is playable. So we'll see with that. After I get the base game working, there's a lot of nice overhead features that I would probably add, so like user accounts and stuff, and ranks, and all sorts of things like better menus, more VFX, stuff like that. So there's lots of stuff I can tack onto this if people like the base concept. So we'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you for watching.